Hey there, it's Seb Frey here with another exciting episode of Seb Frey TV. And lately, I've been spending some time on the Quora.com website. Have you heard of this website? I've actually been on it for like maybe 5 or 6 years now, but just in the past couple of weeks, it seems I've been answering more questions on there than I have in the past. And there was a very interesting question the other day, and that is, how do you know when it has turned into a buyer's market, right? Well, it's a very good question. I'm glad that person asked because it got me thinking. So normally, the definition of a buyer's market is when there's more sellers than there are buyers, right? There's an excess of supply and not as much as demand, and then there's, like a buyer's market, right? So how does that show up? Well, you can't go, there's like no thermometer out there or a scorecard or something that says, hey, here's how many sellers there are and here's how many buyers there are. But where it shows up is it shows up in the amount of inventory that's available. Okay, so there's a thing called the absorption rate, right? And it's like, how fast is the real estate market absorbing the inventory or absorbing the homes that are for sale? So let's just say in your city, you go and run the numbers, or your realtor runs the numbers, and you say, okay, well, there's been 600 sales, closed sales of single family houses, say, in the past 6 months, right? So that's the case. That means that your market is absorbing 100 homes a month, right? Okay, so now if you presently have 600 homes for sale, right, and you're absorbing 100 per month, that means that there is a 6-month supply of homes on the market. Now, if there's 1,200 homes for sale and your market's absorbing 100 per month, that means that you actually have a 12-month supply of inventory. With me? Okay, so normally, people say that if you have a 6 or 7 month supply, or 6 to 7 month supply of homes for sale, that is considered to be a balanced market. And if you have fewer than 6 months of homes for sale, you have a seller's market. And if you have more than, say, 7 months of inventory available, then that would definitely be a buyer's market. Well, here in Santa Cruz, where I principally service, although I also do service Santa Clara and Monterey counties as well, but home base Santa Cruz, namaste. So here in Santa Cruz, we are up to about a 4, maybe 4.5 month supply of inventory. So according to the old metric, we are still very much in a seller's market. Well, I shouldn't say very much. We're still in a seller's market using the old metric, but we're not as very much in a seller's market as we used to be. It seems like 2 years ago, we might have been down to about 4 to 6 weeks of inventory county-wide. So we are at quite a bit more inventory than we had in the past. Another metric that people like to look at is days on market, right? Like what's the average home that sells? How long is it on the market before it sells? Like, we used to be selling homes in about 3 to 4 weeks, and now we're looking at maybe 4 to 6 weeks on average for the homes that sell, because obviously not every home sells. So there's other numbers which you can look at. Another number you might want to look at would be the actual sale price, right? So is the sale price decreasing? But even more than the sale price, I think, is you might want to look at the sale price per square foot, right? Because the mix of homes could be different, but you want to see what is the average sale price per square foot. So, and again, that's not a perfect measure either, because there's other factors that can, affect the sale price per square foot, like lot size and view and location and that kind of stuff, right? But if you have like a large enough sample size, that won't matter so much. So you can look at the sale price per square foot. How is that doing? Is that going up? Is that going down? Is it staying about the same? So if the sale price per square foot is dropping, I'm going to go ahead and say that's a pretty good indication, generally speaking, that the market is one that is on its way this way, that would be down, and not the sign of a booming seller's market. Because when it's a booming seller's market, I don't know if I've ever heard of a seller's market where the price per square foot goes down. I think, generally speaking, around here anyway, seller's markets are characterized by fast days on market, short days on market, fast sale, and increasing price per square foot, multiple offers, that kind of stuff. That's what a seller's market looks like around here. And lately around here, it's looked a lot less like a seller's market, although even in this market, which is maybe transitioning to a buyer's market, maybe already is a buyer's market. Even in this market, you still can have homes that get multiple offers and sell over asking price. Just did this the other day. I think it was it this week, I guess? This weekend, I think it was. Put an offer, multiple offers on that. I just wrote up an offer like 15 minutes ago. And dollars for donuts, there's going to be a half a dozen or more offers on that property, and it's going to go way over asking price. So in any market, you can't have that, multiple offer feeding frenzy, selling way over asking price. Even in a buyer's market, it's all about pricing and presentation, right? That's critical. All right, that is it for this episode of Frey TV. Hey, do me a favor. Would you give me a like? Would you give me a thumbs up? Would you give me a comment? Would you share this with somebody that you know who is thinking about buying or selling real estate in my market, which would be Santa Cruz, Santa Clara, Monterey County? I'd be really stoked if you did. All right, that is it for this episode of Frey TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I will have another episode up again before too long.